I started a mobile car detailing business, and this is what my first 30 days were like. Mobile detailing for me has been an extremely profitable business, bringing me multiple thousands of dollars a month. Stick around till the end of this video and find out how I personally made thousands of dollars and what you need to know before you start your own business. This video is not only going to be on how I did so well, but also what I learned along the way, from the worst parts to the best parts. I'd say the biggest mistake I made early on was not having a process when attacking jobs. What I mean by this is not knowing where to start and where it would end. If you can go into a vehicle and know, okay, I'm going to start by vacuuming, then wipe down all the surfaces, etc., then your washing experience is going to be so much smoother. Not only are you going to save yourself time, but also money, because being able to do more jobs in a long span of hours is where the real money is made. The marketing strategies that brought me the most jobs would have to be online Facebook groups. This strategy would bring me around 4 to 5 jobs a week, and I'd say it's very necessary to get as much practice as you can early on in your business. Marketing like this online opened up significantly more doors than passing out flyers to neighborhoods, and trust me, I tried both. I decided to make myself 100 flyers and pass them out not only in my neighborhood, but all the surrounding ones as well, and no shame to anyone, but when I was passing out, I stuck to giving flyers to more upscale neighborhoods. I can't take all the credit though, because QuoteIQ made this possible. If you need help keeping up with customers, sending estimates, invoices, and collecting payments all for free, then check out QuoteIQ. It'll be the first link in the comment section and the description. Guys, I would highly recommend this if you're a new business owner and you want to be successful faster. Back to it though, there's a reason why I was only passing on in upscale neighborhoods, and that's because, like I've said before, working for the rich is always better. More well-off customers tend to take better care of their vehicles, therefore taking less time to do the job and allowing you to move on to the next one. This is going to allow you to skip the process with some customers where they're going to try and haggle you down on your price, but I like to tell people that these are set prices and they're based on allowing me to keep doing what I do as far as paying my helpers, buying new equipment, and maintenance on my current equipment. The unfortunate truth is that you're always going to run into people like this trying to negotiate and tell you that your service is too expensive, because everyone wants the most value in return for the least amount of money. The only way to ensure that you don't get into a situation and that you can keep your business going is to know your value, and that some leads aren't going to convert. That's okay, because it's still exposure for your business. Going along with that, I'll finally reveal to you guys how much I charge and the process behind it. The more jobs I've done and the more experience I get, the more my prices have gone up. But eventually you're going to hit a ceiling of what customers are willing to pay without having to scale your business too much. When a lead comes to me, whether it's through Facebook or a flyer, I always ask the customer just to continue to gain knowledge on what works best for me. The first questions I always ask is, where are they located and what kind of vehicle do they have? I always ask customers where they live or where they're located, because this can be the most important part. If they live 30 to 45 minutes away, then you start to be able to charge a travel fee depending on if you choose to, but I would recommend it. And I always ask the customer what size vehicle they have so that I can get an idea of what I'm working on. Normally with a smaller car, let's say a Camry, I'll charge around $120, which includes all of my services besides carpet cleaning, which I quote separately if they want that. If the customer happens to have a truck, I'll get up to the $130 to $135 range. And finally, for a larger vehicle, I'll get to most of the time $145 to $150, and more often than not, I have no problem getting the customer to accept these prices. A misconception that I find occurs often with starting a service business is the need to buy the most extravagant and expensive setup. This goes for most people in service fields, but not just mobile detailing. For example, a friend of mine decided to start a roof wash company, and props to him, because that's a great choice and awesome that he's starting his first side hustle. But the problem comes in when he told me he went and bought a $4,500 rig with no customers lined up. Don't get me wrong, that's not my field and I don't know the cost of entry for something like that. But now he has a full setup and is starting out in debt when he could have marketed for jobs first, then filled the orders and bought the rig after. I have a decently successful mobile detailing business and trash can cleaning company that I run out of the back of my Toyota Camry. And you might say, Matt, that's not a flex. But my point isn't even to flex. I'm a walking example that most of these businesses have a truly low cost of entry, even though I probably have $1,200 to $1,000 in my setup, but I could have $5,000 to $10,000 plus into it, buying a truck or even renovate a van like these other YouTube detailers. Another big problem I've ran into a lot, and I do as well with my trash can cleanings, is not asking enough questions up front because I'm worried about losing the job. It wouldn't be fair to me or the customer with a clean car that I'm detailing to charge the same as a customer that has an old, nasty, beat up car with sand and dirt and trash all over it. This not only loses me money, but uses up a lot of my time and energy. I completely understand that it's my job to clean up the cars, and they're not going to be clean at the start, but when you have no knowledge of how bad a vehicle is before you walk into it, you can often come out feeling like, dang, I should have charged so much more for this. From this point on, I try to ask people for pictures of the interior just so that I'm aware of the condition, and now I even ask up front about sand or pet hair, which is a detailer's worst nightmare to remove without the right equipment. The truth is that all these issues are small, but they can add up if not resolved. Some stuff can just be dealt with, but over time, you should be able to analyze your business to look at what you could be doing more effectively than you originally are. Another question I get a lot is mobile detailing oversaturated? I think this is only a problem for people that aren't going all into it. The funny thing is that people have access to mobile detailers all over Louisiana, but why am I still landing much more jobs than them, and when I have a worse setup and I'm much younger than them? The answer is that I put my time into marketing and making my business the best value that it possibly can provide every single day. Most people don't put 100% of their time into things before they move on to the next, and that's some gold from me to you. If you guys have watched the whole video and made it to this point, thank you so much, and and I really appreciate all the love and support. The first person that I see comment the secret word vacuum down below in the comment section is going to get shouted out on the channel, and they're going to receive their own special short that I'm going to make personally. If you guys watched this whole video and you liked it, please drop a like down below and a comment, and follow for more side hustle content.